Hello again. This is going to be a rather different video, prompted by some recent experiences. A good friend of mine, Karen, from our local ME support group, has had a diagnosis of ME for over 20 years now. Sadly, lately, her symptoms have been getting worse, so she was sent to see a number of specialists. Eventually, almost by accident, she was diagnosed as having EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a genetic condition that will have been responsible for many of the symptoms for very many years. I already have a good friend in a similar position whose problems are increasing as she passes through middle age. But this made two others in the group think about their situation. One has subsequently been seen and diagnosed with EDS, and the other is still going through the process. Both of them have had a diagnosis of ME for a long time. Another in the group could well be in the same position. That's quite a startling proportion of my local friends. Now, I'm not trying to tell you that perhaps we all have EDS, but it's a reminder, an important reminder, that we must always remain alert to the fact that other health problems can lurk behind the cloak of ME. If you ever start to get symptoms that are unusual for you, even if they are symptoms that some other folk with ME have, you need to get checked out. The same goes for if your symptoms start to get noticeably worse, as they did for Karen. But we all know how it goes with ME. You will have to do your homework and you will have to persist. The news wasn't good for Karen. There are 13 different types of EDS, but not many people end up in her situation, where her head has started to sink into the vertebrae in her neck. The outcome will be paralysis and then early death. She needs an operation to fuse and strengthen the vertebrae, an operation that is carried out in the UK in the NHS, but not for patients with EDS because of the added complications. In fact, there are only two countries in the world where this operation is carried out: America and Spain. She has already had to spend out thousands of pounds for an appropriate wheelchair, for an upright MRI scan to check the situation, and on a trip to Barcelona to have the diagnosis properly confirmed, and the necessary treatment spelled out. But now she needs £100,000 to cover the cost of the operation and the aftercare. Karen is one of those cheerful, friendly and helpful sorts, always active in the community, always there to support others. But now she is truly gutted that her only hope is to try and crowdfund for her operation. Actually, for her life. So if you've found any of my videos helpful, well, even if you found me the most boring person on earth and have used my videos to send you off to sleep, please have a look at her crowdfunding appeal. Read what others say about her and see if you can donate a little. Thank you.